Our next speaker, who has been mentioned before, was in the primary. He was my second choice for governor. But in the general, he was clearly the favorite choice over Governor Larry David, who we have now. Curb Your Enthusiasm fans? And I just got a release from Senator Brady today with some good news saying that he is running for re-election, so he will be around and continue to fight. Senator Bill Brady.
Thank you. It's great to be back. It was nice to be invited, nice to be out of Springfield, nice to be back. I have to start by saying one of the reasons I wanted to come back was to say thank you. This township and this organization and the Tea Party Alliance gave us a great deal of support. And in fact, much of the reason that we won nearly every county outside of Cook County in that election was the support that the Tea Party not only gave us, but as Jack alluded to earlier, gave congressional candidates and others. And it's important that we continue that battle because our state is at risk. Our state is deeply at risk. Who would have thought that in the last 6 months we would have seen a 67% increase in the income tax? A $7 billion money grab by the Quinn Democrats, and yet they still can't pay our bills. $7 billion in unfunded bills. They fail to deal with the budget deficit. They fail to deal with the pension crisis that faces this state and continues to loom over our heads. They literally failed us once again, and yet they couldn't even complete the work. This time we have to go back to Springfield. But we can't just sit on the sidelines and complain. We have to continue to fight for the right things. And in fact, we did see some successes this year in Springfield. I'm proud to say we staved off the Democrats and Quinn's will to put us deeper in debt and borrowing, and we stopped the borrowing in Springfield this year. I'm also happy to say that we did do things to help the job environment in Illinois. I'm not going to call it reform, but I will call it a half measure in trying to tackle the workers' compensation crisis that drives the unemployment and the cost associated with businesses who are trying to stay in Illinois, compete in Illinois, and grow in Illinois. And lastly, one bit of good news. We were able to stave off an opinion from the other Madigan in Springfield, Lisa Madigan, who said that gun owners' registration should be made public. We successfully passed legislation that will protect the Second Amendment rights of those citizens. Much of our success came from the people within the Tea Party and organizations like you. But that starts at the grassroots level. Steve's a living example. I first got to know him. There's no one who has more enthusiasm and more ability to lead and bring people together than what he has. And that's mostly why I'm up here tonight. When he asked me to come, I was honored, but also felt obligated. Because I don't want the inferior to rule us anymore. And we need good people at every level leading the charge. We need to support Steve financially and with our feet on the ground to get him and other people elected. Thank you, and God bless you all.